to glorify you, Jesus. Magnify you, Lord. You're worthy of the glory, Lord.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand. One of the things that we definitely have to understand about this new series of Kingdom Time for this year is being able to recognize how a lot of things have been working for you even though you didn't know that they were working for you. And being able to recognize exactly how God would have you to do the things in life that He has set for you. He wants us to all understand exactly how we're to step into these things. Kingdom Time is it's kind of a dual name method for this reason. There's a time and a season to everything under the sun. And when you understand that there is a time and a season to everything under the sun, and then you understand that there is a kingdom by which He wants you to do those things, it's at that point that the combination of the two of kingdom time means that He is going to orchestrate a specific time for you on the behalf of His kingdom. And that's important to understand. The reason that that's so important to understand is because anything that tries to function outside of His time is not going to work. So if, even though it may be the exact thing that you're designed for in His kingdom, if it's not in the right time, it's still not going to work. Does that make sense? So understanding what you've been designed for and who you've been designed to do it for is crucial. Because the funny thing about how God orchestrates our lives is when you look at just a few people in the scriptures, when you look at Moses was actually trained by Pharaoh. Now, he was designed to lead God's people, but he was trained by Pharaoh. Now, if he had not gone through the training process with Pharaoh, Moses was a hothead. Some of y'all can relate if you will be honest. He was a hothead. Now, if he had got put in that leadership position before he got that hothead under control, he would have messed up some stuff, and he'd have got a whooping, a good whooping. And that's what you got to understand, is that a lot of the things that you thought you were ready for, that you think that you should already be in, you actually still need to be trained. That's why you haven't got in those spots yet. Because there's a kingdom time for you to actually be in those particular things. See, and that's why when God is putting things together for you, He protects you by not letting you get into those positions too quickly. And I'm thankful that He took all of the years that He did to work on me before He had me up here in front of y'all. Because if not, it wouldn't have went well for nobody. For me, y'all, for nobody, it wouldn't have been good. Wouldn't have been good. Now, here's what I want you to understand, because we're starting this part of the series called Treasure. And I'm wanting you to understand some stuff before we go into relationships. Because treasure is very important. Treasure is something that's been actually keeping you from advancing in a lot of places. Here's why. Because the word treasure can be used as a noun and a verb. Okay? If you think about pirates, what do they usually? They're searching after a hidden treasure. They've got these things that, you know, and it was funny because when you used to see those treasure chests, you know, I remember, and y'all forgive me, I'm gonna have to go down nostalgia lane, but at Captain D's and Long John Silver's, when Long John Silver's was there on Broad Street, and it had when you walked in there, they had the ropes that you had to go up and go around, and they had the little window in there, and that you looked through on the doors, and it had the pirate faces and all those different things. And when you went inside, and if you got a kid's meal, it came in this little box that looked like a treasure chest. And you always wondered, you know, this was, I mean, they might have had Happy Meals, but Happy Meals wasn't a big thing at that time. It was still, they still had that little treasure chest, and when you open that treasure chest, it was a toy in there. Well, kids, you can get them food, but if you get them a toy at the same time that you get them food, what's gonna happen? They ain't thinking nothing about no food at that time. It's toy time. And then that's when parents try to use the discipline of, you wait till after you eat and then you can play with your toy. Well, you shouldn't have showed me the toy at the same time you showed me the food. Because, watch this, when you show me the toy at the same time that you show me the food, I'm not thinking about nourishing my body. I'm thinking about playing with the toy. That's what happens with us if God shows us what He's made us for at the exact same time that we're needing to be disciplined. You're ready to play with the toy. You're ready. I'm ready to do this now. That looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like it's going to be working out for me. I'm ready to do that. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. See, because treasure, the fact that it can be used as a noun or a verb, it can be seen as tangible wealth, or it can be seen as a desire. Excuse me. It can be seen as tangible wealth, or it can be seen as a desire. And as we look at treasure during the series, we're going to look at it in both states. Because one of the first things I want you to understand is to never treasure treasure. Never treasure treasure. See, because when you look at the scripture that we started out in Matthew 6, verses 19 through 21, he's giving us some facts that we need to pay close attention to, because he says this. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures where? In heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Now understand this, because what he's laying out, as he's saying, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Now I've taught you about heart. Heart is the center of your thinking. Heart is what you focus on continually. Heart is what you yourself begin to circle everything around. You begin to say, okay, everything else that I do is going to circle around this. That's what your heart is. It's not talking about your heart that beats.